How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into something truly exciting. We're building an AI-powered virtual assistant using N8N. Imagine having an AI that can manage your emails, handle your calendar events, update your database, and even respond to any complex queries with high accuracy, all through Telegram. Sounds cool, right? Well, that's exactly what we'll be walking you through today. So, here's what we're going to build today. This amazing workflow you see here. Meet Altera, or Alt for short, your new AI virtual assistant. Alt is highly efficient, friendly, and professional, ready to help you with anything from summarizing emails to creating calendar events, all with the power of N8N. Alt has been given access to all important productivity tools that can help you manage your daily tasks. With all of this capabilities, Alt can execute your commands through human-like chat interactions via Telegram. It's like having a real human assistant always there with you 24/7, ready to assist you in your daily routines. Before we get into the technical details, let's talk briefly about N8N. From our previous video, I've shown you some of the most powerful capabilities of this automation tool by creating an AI learning assistant. Check out for that video linked from above. This powerful automation platform allows you to create complex workflows with minimal coding to none. It integrates with tons of different services, and today we're using it to automate tasks through Telegram with the help of our AI assistant, Altera. In N8N, we're able to connect different services like Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Drive, Weather app, and even more advanced tools like Wolfram Alpha for complex queries. This is how we create our virtual assistant that can do all sorts of tasks. With tons of different options to integrate, the possibilities are truly limitless on what additional tools and capabilities we can give Altera to become our ultimate virtual assistant AI. Let's take a closer look at Altera's workflow. I will walk you through how we can build this AI assistant step by step. We start with the Telegram trigger node. This is where Alt picks up your messages in real time. Anytime you send a command or request, it comes through this trigger. Next up is the AI agent tool node powered by OpenAI. This is where Altera processes the message. Using AI, she can interpret what you're asking and figure out which tool or action to trigger. Now let's talk about the tools. Altera is equipped with a variety of them. Here are some of the tools Altera can use. Number 1, email management. Altera can read your emails, summarize them, and even send emails on your behalf. Number 2, Google Calendar integration. She can create and manage your calendar events, ensuring you never miss a meeting. Third tool, database updater. Need to update some information? Altera can update your database records easily. Number 4, weather summarizer. Ask her for a weather update and she'll retrieve the latest forecast for your location. And the last one, Wolfram Alpha. For those complex math or science questions, Altera uses Wolfram Alpha to give you the exact answers you need. We've also added a Google Drive document creator tool. If you need to access your Google Drive and create a simple document you need to store or write information from, Altera can also help you with this task. And the best part about this entire system, each of these actions is triggered based on what you asked in the Telegram chat. Let's see Altera in action. I'm going to ask her to summarize my latest emails. Watch how quickly she responds. Within seconds, she summarized the top emails from my Gmail inbox. This is all thanks to the N8N workflow we've built. Let's also ask Alt to send an email to one of our contacts. Let's say we want to say hi to Pam Palmer and ask if she's available for a business call next week. Let's head over to the Gmail inbox of our test contact person, Pam Palmer, and see if Alt correctly sent our message as we requested. There you have it. Alt crafted the message just as what we told her. She then sent the email to the correct email address based on what she has access from her own database. Lastly, let's ask Alt what today's weather is in New York. There you go. We can verify that the weather she provided us is exactly the real-time data from a verified source online. What happens if Altera can't complete the task? Don't worry, we've built in error handling too. If something goes wrong or Altera needs more clarification, she responds with a helpful error message, guiding the user to refine their request. This makes sure that even if the request isn't clear, the assistant remains functional and user-friendly. Alright, enough with the demo. So, how can you build this yourself? Let's break it down step by step. First, you'll want to add the Telegram trigger node, which captures user messages. To do this, we need to create a new Telegram bot. If you followed along the tutorial on how we built an AI learning assistant within Telegram from our last video, linked above, you'll know how to create the bot from BotFather and get an API access credential, which we will then use within our N8N Telegram node. Once we created our Telegram trigger node, we then create the AI agent tool node. From there, we connect our trigger node to the AI tool agent block, which will use AI model from OpenAI's API to process the messages. We also need to provide our AI agent node a tool to access our database of contacts for it to be able to execute email and calendar management functionalities. Here, we utilized Pinecone vector database as our vector store tool. This will allow our AI assistant Altera have access to email address and contact information. Now, for all the tools we've given Altera to have access to, let's see how each of these tools were built within N8N. First up is our send email tool. You'll see this workflow in action and learn the inner workings and how it's built to function by showing you the execution steps. From our demo, let's see how this send email tool run in the background while Alt executed our command to send an email to Panam Palmer. As you can see here, our execute workflow trigger takes the input data from Alt, our tool agent node, and executes it to carry out its intended purpose, which is to send emails. Our send email workflow took the structured data output from our AI agent tool node, which includes the to address, whom to send the email, a subject line, the message, and an optional BCC list and CC list. Then we have our open AI message, a model node. This node will parse the query input, which returns as the message output from the trigger node before it to separate the parameters we need to send emails via Gmail. With the parsed parameters from our open AI model node, we can then add our send email using Gmail node, using our Google Gmail credentials to have API access and execute sending email. We will fill in the required fields from this node to set up our Gmail send email workflow. Here you can drag and drop the to address, subject line, message body, BCC, and CC list, including the sender you want to appear in your email. Then for the last node in this workflow, we need to add an edit fields node. In the field to set, we put response and set the response into a string by outputting email sent as the message to deliver. This will create the structured response needed by our main AI agent to inform or respond to the user that the request to send emails has been executed successfully. Next up is our Get Emails tool. This tool is what makes Alt able to summarize our Gmail inbox when we asked her to give us a summary of our inbox for today. Here we have our Get Emails workflow. From the trigger node, which is also an execute workflow trigger when called by our main AI agent workflow, we can see the input data given by our AI agent Altera. It's a simple message that says summarize today's emails. We then have our OpenAI message, a model node, which we give an instruction based on our system prompt, which says, your job is to identify the date specified by the user based on the user input. We also given it a context of what today's date is through a JavaScript function, now. This AI node will provide the next node the date information that corresponds to what specific period or date our AI virtual assistant will need to summarize from our Gmail inbox. With the date output given by our AI node, we can then add a Gmail node that will get or retrieve all emails in our inbox based on the timeline provided. In this case, the date output will be set as the values for the received after field. We will filter the results for the retrieval into only emails from our inbox that are unread. Then we set another open AI message, a model node. This node's purpose is to summarize the emails retrieved from our Gmail inbox based on the parameters set from the previous nodes. We set the system prompt like this. Your role is to summarize emails that you will be provided with. Give a concise and direct to the point summary of the retrieved emails. You can then see from the output of this node being executed that it retrieved a bunch of emails and summarized it based on the contents of the emails. To parse the email retrieved and summarized by our AI node, we need an aggregate node to bundle all the email summary into a single message output, which will then be used by our AI agent Altiera to respond to us in Telegram chat. Then we add another edit field node and set our response using the content output from the aggregate node. This is what Altiera will use to provide us the email summary for the day that we requested her from the chat. Now for the weather tool, this allows Alt to give us real-time weather updates based on what city we want information from. Same as the other workflows, we have a trigger node, which captures responses from our main agent workflow, which asks the question about the weather in a specific city or location. We then implement an OpenAI node to analyze the response from the trigger node. Here we gave it a system prompt that says, you are an AI node that provides weather data. When the user asks for weather information, identify the specific city name from their request. If no location is provided, default to default city as the city name. We also gave it the date and time context, so it knows what specific date are we referring to get weather update. We are using the OpenWeatherMap API to access our latest weather data responses. For us to satisfy the required fields in our OpenWeather integration node, we need to set an output format requirement for our AI node. Here, we can see a JSON schema structure that our AI node will follow to structure its response. Next up is our OpenWeatherMap node. This is where we set up our API credentials from signing up with the openweathermap.org website. In this node, we set the operation as current weather to return the latest weather info. Set the format to metric to return in degrees Celsius. For the city field, this is where we utilize the output from our AI node, where it gives us the city name based on the user request. With the actual weather data collected from the OpenWeatherMap API, we will need another OpenAI node to summarize and structure the weather update needed by Altiera to respond to us in Telegram. Here, we give it a system prompt to make sure Alt provides us with a detailed report and update of the current weather based on the city or location we provided her with. To give this AI node a context on what weather data collected from the OpenWeatherMap API will be used by Altiera on her response, we give it a user prompt that will identify the weather data needed as input to our AI node. And lastly, we add another edit field node to output the response and give it to our main AI agent node, Altiera, which she will then use to respond to us in Telegram chat. Another great capability of Altiera is answering complex scientific and mathematical queries from the users. Alt leverages the power of another integration with Wolfram Alpha. Wolfram Alpha is a computational knowledge engine or answer engine that allows our AI agent to answer complex computational queries. Let's try this capability by asking Alt some complex math and scientific problems. There you go, we got accurate responses from our complex math and science problems. Here's how we built this tool. We got the trigger node that will take the responses from our main AI agent workflow. Then we utilize the AI conversational agent node. This node will allow a conversational interaction with our tools, which in this case, the Wolfram Alpha node and calculator tool. We also use Anthropic's Claude Sonnet model. We also gave it a system prompt. This prompt is built using ChatGPT. Our AI virtual assistant Alt is also capable of creating calendar events or setting up meetings on your behalf. Here, let's ask Alt to schedule a meeting with one of our contacts named Judy Alvarez. Let's ask Alt to schedule an event for us with Judy Alvarez on Monday, October 21st. This meeting will be all about a one-on-one with Judy to chat about the upcoming project handover to our client. Now that we've received the response from Alt telling us that she already created an event for us, let's head over to our Google Calendar and see if the event we requested was created accurately on October 21st at 10 a.m. with Judy Alvarez. Let's also check whether Judy received our email as requested from our AI assistant. Here's how we set this Create Calendar Event tool within N8N. Our trigger node will capture the structured data from our main AI agent workflow. One important thing that needs to be considered when building the AI agent workflow, including our tools, is that we need to ensure that we set up the output of our main agent node in a way that a structured output format is created. We need to specify a JSON input schema to make sure our tool workflows are getting the correct data every single time we query our main AI agent tool node. We then add an OpenAI node to parse the input data from our trigger node with all of the structured data from the AI agent response. We have the start date and end date, which is a required field in creating a Google Calendar event. We also have the attendees, the event description, and the event summary. This AI node will make sure we output correctly into string format every parameters to be used by our next node. Now, for the Google Calendar node, we will fill in the data from our previous AI node. Let's drag and drop the required fields such as start date, end date, attendees, description, and event summary. This node will now execute creating a calendar event from our Google Calendar account through the API access we set up. Then we add an edit field node to set up the response to tell our AI agent workflow that the event creation from Google Calendar action has been successfully executed. If you're looking to follow along with this walkthrough video or you want to customize this build yourself, I have provided you with a link in the description for you to download this AI agent workflows and tools for free. If you find this free template useful, hope this templates will help you in your AI agent building journey. There you go, guys. Enjoy. You'll want to customize each tool based on your personal requirements, whether that's email, calendar events, or weather updates. The flexibility of N8N allows you to expand and modify this system as needed. And there you have it, your very own AI virtual assistant powered by N8N. Our AI virtual assistant Altera can handle so many tasks, making your day more productive and automated. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want more awesome automation content, don't forget to subscribe. Also, let me know in the comments if you're going to try building your own AI assistant and how you'd customize it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.